Hey, good morning, fellas. It is, I believe it's the 2nd of January. It's Thursday morning. I just got done speaking to a young man, and I want to share what I told him. Some some more unsolicited advice. But for those of you who don't know, I don't have a family outside of my. Well, oh, let me shut the lights off. I don't have a family outside of. That's that light. Okay. And this is this light. I don't have a family. And one of the ways that I have substituted that in my life is that I have, through coaching, been able to help, well, you can say mentor or whatever else you want to call it, a lot of young men. Now, I just got done speaking to a young man about being invited into somebody else's home, and he got in trouble because, let me just go back. We all don't grow up the same. And meaning that there are some people out there who don't grow up with a father and a mother. There are people out there who are orphaned. There are people who don't have families. I'm not telling you that because I don't think you know that. I'm telling you that because this young man has, well, when you grow up like I did, and that's why I gravitate so much to people in the mixed martial arts world or people in that like combative sports, is because we have a lot of things in common. A lot of the really good fighters have a little bit of a hole in them. I'll put it that way. Anyways, where they don't have. Anyways, let me just get to the fucking point. This young man is, and I'll get the point is that when you grow up that way, one of the things that people can't take away from you, but you can give away, is your respect, and that causes good things, but can, in this case, cause you a lot of problems. Like, what do they say? When you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. When most of your life revolves around respect, the slightest infraction can be overemphasized and cause you a lot of unintended consequences. And that's what this is about. This young man was invited for a get together on New Year's, and he was invited to somebody else's house. And while he was there, he thought that the person who owned the home was disrespectful to him. In not the fact that he told him to leave because he had too much to drink, but the manner was disrespectful. And that is a, what's up? What? What do you want? Okay. That was Bella. She just, that's a drive-by. Anyways, and as you get older, and hopefully you don't have to learn the way I did by going to jail for a bunch of stupid shit, because I was trying to. And you can use respect to hide behind your ego. You can say that it was disrespectful, but it really hurt my feelings a lot of the times. That's why I lashed out. And I talked to him about that. We had a cup of coffee, which I have still a cup of coffee here. And everybody makes mistakes. The difference for a lot of people is, do you have the ability to learn from the mistakes you make? And that's why I go out of my way to talk to these young men. If a young man feels that he's out on his own, and the only person he can depend on is himself, and I'm just telling you, I have an easy time understanding where they're coming from. It is just the way that if you're left on your own in the streets, it's just one of the ways you can try to remain with some dignity while you're out there trying to get by. So I hope this isn't too convoluted, but I wanted to make that point that nothing is wrong with you making a reasonable mistake and overreacting. And a lot of times, it's extremely difficult for guys that are able to physically dominate another person for them to take any advice from that person, because in the streets, if you don't have respect, or I don't have to respect you, then you don't get my respect. Rather than look at it like that, I'm trying to talk to these guys about treating people like they want to be treated, and not treated like they want to be treated or else, but giving the person you're with, or you're speaking to, or you're just being introduced to, the benefit of the doubt. Now, we're going to hopefully squash the repercussions of what happened. But this is the third time I've talked to him about he has to stop drinking. He has to stop using PEDs. He has to stop being wild. He's at the cusp of, he's going to be 25 in about a month here. And that to me is a year after he should have picked a career. Now, he kept telling me that he wants his career to be in fighting. And I'm going to probably, here in the next couple weeks, take him up and let him talk. Well, anyways, maybe. Let me not say something here that I can hold my feet to the fire about. Anyways, it is, most of the time, all that young men need is a little bit of time and the ability to talk to somebody they can trust. That is what's missing, in my personal opinion, for a lot of young men that are trying to find their way in the world. And once a man realizes that the systems are rigged against him to basically turn all of us into economic slaves, it becomes harder to tell a young man there is a way out. That's my gist of it. And a lot of times guys just need to be listened to, where you just sit there and let them go on and on and on. And then you ask them, okay, what would you do different? Anyways, doesn't matter. I hope I made my point. I'm probably rambling because it's a little too early. I think I'm not sure when I first got a text. I'm pretty sure it was very early in the morning, about 2 or 3 hours ago, and it is it's 6 o'clock. Not 6:11 here right now. So, anyways, the other thing is, if you want to be helpful to young men, a lot of times you have to go out of your way to do that. I can tell you that a good coach can make a massive difference in a guy's life. Mostly, guys need examples. They don't need, well, and there are all kinds of examples. There are good examples and bad examples, but it's not getting harder. It is becoming cloudy to be able to tell a guy, look, if you can't get anything in your life going and you want a chance at a better life, you can go into the military. Now, you will trade some of your time for experience and learning how to be on time and the rest of that kind of stuff. That saved my life. I don't know that the military I left in 2003 is 21 years later. They seem very much woke. I mean, I've seen at least 2, if not 3 or 4 trans like generals and stuff like that. That's not awe-inspiring. Anyways, I'm way off the point. Love you guys. Didn't mean this video to be this long. There are people out there, gentlemen, who give a shit about you. And we want to help you learn, but I don't want you to think that any of my unsolicited advice is the only way things can get done. You got to listen to me or you just won't be successful. That's not what I'm saying at all about anything, all right? Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can. And if you can't, you have to take care of yourselves. Like a fort in a G-string. From West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Probably the only other video I'll do today, I wrote it down. And that'll be a video on you can't keep asking men to fix a heart he didn't break. Okay? I'll say that again, ladies. You cannot ask us as men to fix a heart, your heart, that I didn't break, which means you shouldn't punish men for the actions of somebody else. Okay? Like a fort in a G-string. West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.